Hey, you probably hear the TV behind me. I am in a hotel for the foreseeable future, as long as my money stays solid because of this social distancing crap. It's easier to do uh, outside the van, and I'm not sure how people are going to feel about it. See, I got some Lysol to go. I haven't got many of these, but I got a few. So whenever I leave, I spray down my door handle and stuff. So, so when I get back, if I forget, I can just grab it and go in. So right now, I am heading out to the van. The only thing I'm doing with the van right now is de-junking, because I'm going to have an extended period of time where I'm not going to be in it, and I'm trying to make it available. So if I can find an isolated place to go park that has web access, aka I get web access off my phone, and I have unlimited data. And even I did 80 gig last month, and it never really gave me an issue. But things are going to change now. So wandering back out to the van right now. Sorry, I don't have good stabilization. I'm wearing my camera glasses because I'm doing this very quickly. I'm trying to make it as stable as I can. All right. Well, I think it was already unlocked. After for the next week, I may be out here. There's a trash bag. So I'm trying to get rid of this thing. I would love to get this back into storage, but I'm not going to the storage place right now. Just everything. And this is probably the reality we're all going to be living for months, if not 1 to 2 years. If not, till they come up with a virus with some type of inoculation for this. I know they will eventually, hopefully. So hopefully I'll be around when they come up with it, because I'm not getting younger, so I'm going to go get higher in the risk category as time goes by. It is hot as Hades out here now. Finally, the sun finally came out, and it's pretty brutal. So basically, I'm just going to be in, this Luggabaloo. I had a folding one that probably took up less space, but it was hard to get open, so I'm going to keep that here, even though it burns up a lot of space. When you're in a van, space is both vertical and horizontal, or etc., or anything that takes up space it just removes the space from being useful, and it just makes life just a little bit more difficult. And don't need to make life any more difficult. You see my emergency panel back there. I also have a spare panel back there. So if I do retire during this pandemic in the next year or two, I'm going to just go out somewhere in the woods. I've got friends with land that I could probably sit on very easily. I just got to make sure I can handle the heat and the cold. Of course, I've got solar out the wazoo, but in propane I can buy any given time. But so let's see, what else have I got here? Oh, these little magnets. I may use those on the opposite side of the van, where if I put this panel and then put these little magnets, I can pull the panel up and get to my gas tank. I'm not sure if that's going to be practical or not. In any case, clean day. My room freshener for my van out here. It's going to be getting. I would love to contribute these, but contributions are going to be tough because, with the lifespan of this virus, God knows what it is. What am I going to contribute this to? If I have the virus, I'll be contributing what is it, a plague blanket to somebody. If I recall, that was back in the Black Death time. The Black Death being the plague in the Middle Ages. Never thought that would affect my life now, but it looks like we've got another plague, just not as deadly as that one. So I'm just going to have to just. I'm going to make this where it's tenable for long term. Well, I've been in it for 3 years, but I mean for long term, very low contact type of living. I have plugged the refrigerator back in, but I don't think I currently have it. Did I plug it in? Yeah, I plugged it back in. So I had a refrigerator back here, so if I do go somewhere and buy some things that can spoil, I at least have the refrigerator. I've got this auxiliary power here in case my power begins to thing. I've got, yeah, my world has changed, but everybody's has, so I really don't feel bad. I don't feel like I'm being picked on. Everybody's being picked on. So I got to get rid of some of these propane bottles because they will not be necessary again. I'm hoping that maybe the pandemic will slide down and be a little less of a problem when it gets warm, but I don't think it's going away. I think it might diminish as it gets warmer because for some reason a lot of viruses are heat sensitive, so maybe the things that might carry it might get warm enough to kill it, but I don't think it's going away, and I think when the next winter comes, it might come back with a vengeance. Now I've heard people say that, so that's not an uninformed, but definitely an uneducated opinion because I am not a virologist. I think that's the term for doctors that specialize in it, or biologists that specializes in virus. So take that for what it's worth, which is very little. So basically, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be in this hotel at least through the weekend and beyond, probably, because now I am on call. I am still one of the fortunate people that I have a job where I can work, quote, remotely, at least as long as this job lasts, and it is in a strategic part of the economy where we might not be as damaged by the lockdown as, for instance, the service industry, cooks the cooks are still there, but waiters and waitresses, it's a professional, and it's in a strategically important part of the economy, not only financially, but strategic for the nation as a whole. So I don't see that going away. Anyway, I just want to give you a quick rundown of what my world is going to be like, probably for the foreseeable future. Only thing I could think of, and only isolation I can do, is if I can't get out of the city, which means I would need to retire, and that would be a tough plan because right now I don't want to retire because I can't stand a $100,000 hospital stay that if I get sick I might be involved in, and if God willing I survive it. Any case, weird old world. Well, I'll be back. I got some things I'm going to be doing some reviews on and some stuff. We're still going to be out in the van, and I'm going to be talking about the changes I'm going to make for potentially a future for when that future will be allowable or legal, because a lockdown is possible. And if you're locked down and you're in a van, how does that work? And where you're going to park. I don't have relatives in this area with land behind or extending back. They don't have a north 40 or a back part that I could stay in, and I still need to be where there's internet connections where I can still make a living as long as that living is available. Well, that's all. I just want to give you a quick rundown. By the way, I bought another camera, very expensive one, and it's the last major purchase I'm going to buy. But if I'm going to be locked up, I'm going to have something to occupy myself. I've got more reviews on more cameras that I haven't done. I've got some knife reviews that I haven't done. So you're going to be seeing all that in addition to the van as is. Well, not as it is. As I alter it and make changes, I've got time to redesign this whole darn thing now. I have emptied up a couple of drawers here, and I got to empty this drawer too somewhere else. I'm trying to make this basically my clothes. Here, these two will be where I will store my clothes while I'm, heck, I could reduce my clothes now to probably 3 pairs of pants, 3 shirts, and some underwear because I'm not going into the office for the foreseeable future. I don't want anybody in the government or in corporations to declare the war won and get me in there and either let me infect or be infected by someone else. In any case, that's all I got, and I will be back later. Sorry, it's not one of my more complex videos, and that's saying something because I don't make very many complex videos. Usually single take, one shot. In case, I'll be back. Try to make it daily. If I got anything interesting, I'll make it daily as much as possible because I need something since I'm socially isolated. Not that I'm a van dweller. I didn't need a lot of people, a solo van dweller. I need a lot of people to begin with, but I will be seeing a whole lot less now just because it's the way to survive. In any case, that's all I've got. I will talk to you later, and you'll be seeing, like I said, I'll be playing with some. I got one more run out to my Amazon box. Amazon's making out like a bandit on this deal because, people are not going in the stores, so Amazon is just clicking it up. Amazon, I don't have to meet anybody basically if I get it delivered to one of their lockers. I just drive over, go to the locker, wipe my hands off when I leave the locker, and with my merchandise, bring it back, and then I'm back in my enclave. All right, talk to you later. You have a wonderful day.